Ramadan Kareem. Welcome to the second episode of the story of perfume from Arabia and Islam. So what makes perfumes made with oud so special and so unique? Now we know that oud oil comes from a specific species of tree bark, in particular the aquilari tree. So let's discover how oud is an important part of Islamic tradition, and let's also discover how it's a very unique attar. Now, according to Islamic tradition, oud is as old as mankind itself. Now, the oud that is created from this particular tree bark is actually used within Islamic tradition, and it's very popular within the Middle East and the rest of Arabia. However, of course, we do need to realize and understand that there are, of course, different narrations by different scholars in terms of the Islamic traditions. Today, within Sri Lanka, there is a place called Adam's Peak. And Adam's Peak is a place of pilgrimage for many people of many different religious faiths, including Muslims. It was said that the very first man that was placed on earth, who was Prophet Adam alayhi salam, was placed on the part of the earth which is today classed as Sri Lanka. Now, the main reason why they go is obviously for various different reasons, but also interestingly, there is a giant footprint there which is said to be the footprint of Adam alayhi salam. According to the scholar Al-Tabari, the Prophet alayhi salam, when he was descending onto earth from the heavens, he had brought with him the fragrance and the scent of heavens. Now, this particular story or fact or piece of knowledge is actually supported by the 9th and 10th century scholar Al-Tabari. So what does this mean? Now, this means that the scent of the heavens, which came with Prophet Adam alayhi salam, was actually had actually clung to the trees and the valleys and the riverbanks of Ceylon, which was what Sri Lanka was at the time. Also, according to various different legends, Prophet Adam alayhi salam was actually a giant. Now, this means that his sight vision was actually quite wide, a lot wider than we can see today. So it would not be unsurprising to know that his sight or his vision was able to reach other parts of Asia, such as Malaysia or Cambodia. So what does this mean for oud? Now, if you think about it, today, places like Cambodia, Malaysia, India, and even China, which is obviously part of Asia as well, have actually had or currently have the same species of trees from which oud oil is created. Now, some can say this is the spiritual connection between the earth and the heavens with the oud oils that come from these specific species of trees. As a result of this, the oud oil from these particular trees in India was very highly regarded. Oud became the luxurious scent of choice by the Indian princes and princesses of the time, and it was actually very popular and introduced by the Indians' Muslim rulers, who were the Mughals. Now, fast forwarding a few centuries later, in the Indian civilizations, it was said that oud was considered a very luxurious, heavenly scent, which was only attainable by certain people. Now, the Muslim Mughal rulers of India used to dip their clothes in oud, they used to bathe in oud, and of course they used to adorn themselves with oud as well. Apart from that, they also used to burn the wood oud chips for incense purposes. And it wasn't just oud that was very popular and very highly prized, it was also the rose attar, which was actually invented by the Islamic or the Muslim Mughal rulers of India. Now, of course, we can say that this ushered in the start of Arabian fragrances as we know today. We could say that it also created the foundation for Arabian fragrances as we know of it today. Now, only until relatively recently, even within the Arabian lands, oud and rose attars were actually accessible only to the high-ranking royalties and the nobilities of the societies. I hope that you have enjoyed today's episodes, and I'll see you next week. Ramadan Mubarak.